The fire suppression system is designed to protect personnel working in the cargo complex buildings and the buildings themselves. The wet pipe pre-action sprinkler system is a reliable water delivery system and can be broken down into three subsystems: wet pipe sprinkler system, pre-action sprinkler system, and fire extinguishers. The wet pipe sprinkler system is installed in most areas of the cargo terminal, cargo agent, and live animal centre buildings. The system comprises a network of above-ground hydraulically designed piping with sprinklers attached in a systematic pattern. It's activated by heat from a fire that breaks the sprinkler bulb and discharges water over the fire. It's considered the most reliable system because it's simple with few operating components. Pre-action systems are used in electrical substation rooms where accidental water discharge should be avoided. It's installed in the electrical substation rooms of the cargo terminal, cargo agent, and live animal centre buildings. The system reduces delay in water delivery to the sprinklers. If the sprinkler operates before a fire is detected or the piping system develops a leak, loss of air pressure in the piping will activate an alarm. In this case, the pre-action valve will remain closed and water will not enter the piping. Typically, a portable fire extinguisher consists of a handheld cylindrical pressure vessel containing an agent which can be discharged to suppress a small fire. It is not intended for use in an out-of-control fire, such as one which has reached the ceiling or requires the expertise of the fire department. Pre-action fire protection comprises the valve assembly cabinet, which is red and has an integral control panel and backup batteries. Pre-action deluge valves, which are of a diaphragm type and used as automatic water control valves. The pre-action manual control station, which provides emergency release of the deluge valves. Shut-off valve, which is a BFVN butterfly valve. And a pre-action control panel. The riser check valve prevents backflow. The wet pipe alarm check valve automatically activates the hydraulic alarm when the flow indicates sprinkler discharge. The pre-action solenoid valve controls water release and works in conjunction with the electric releasing panel. The pressure alarm switch detects changes in pressure. The Potter PS10 series is adjustable between 0.27 and 1.03 bar, while the Potter PS40 series is factory set at 2.8 bar. The flow switch is activated when a flow of 10 gallons per minute or more occurs downstream of the device. The pre-action shut-off valve prevents inadvertent resetting of the DV5 valve after initial operation. The pre-action automatic drain valve automatically drains alarm lines. Any leakage or discharge from the valve is an indication of a problem within the dry pipe or pre-action valve. The pre-action supervisory air supply is designed to maintain pressure for the pre-action sprinkler system. The retard chamber prevents false alarms due to pressure variations. The test and drain valve provides test and express drain functions. The double-check detector assembly consists of two independently operating spring-loaded check valves, two UL, FM, OS and Y resilient seated gate valves, and bypass assembly. The water motor alarm is hydraulically operated. The post indicator assembly is an underground gate valve and isolates the fire protection system from the main water network. The fire department connection is used as an auxiliary connection for the local fire department to supplement water supplies. Fire hydrants are underground and to be used by the fire department. Fire extinguishers and cabinets are installed throughout the buildings. There are 5 types of sprinklers in use. There are a number of safety precautions to adhere to. Work on electrical systems must only be performed by qualified personnel. The power supply must be disconnected before starting work, and the appropriate lockout or tagout procedure must be followed. Permission to shut down the fire protection system must be obtained from the proper authorities before doing so for maintenance work. All personnel who may be affected by this action must be informed, and alternative fire protection measures must be in place before shutting the system down. The electric actuation trim. If pressure is greater than 250 psi or 17.2 bar, it should be relieved by partially and temporarily opening the manual control station. Do not allow pressure on the diaphragm chamber pressure gauge to drop below the supply pressure shown on the water supply pressure gauge. This may trip the DV5 valve. The automatic control valve. If water pressure is significantly below the normal static pressure range and there is a subsequent drop in the diaphragm chamber water pressure, the deluge valve could inadvertently trip if its water supply pressure is not quickly restored. The pressure switch. Do not run 2 phases of a 3-phase supply through the pressure switch, as it can cause serious damage. Failure to use the pressure switch may result in over-pressurization of the compressor or other components. The air compressor. Motors, electrical equipment and controls can cause electrical arcs that will ignite a flammable gas or vapour. Therefore, never operate it or repair it in or near flammable gas or vapour, and never store flammable liquids or gases near the compressor. The wet pipe pre-action fire suppression system is fully automated and requires no manual operation. In an emergency situation, the system can be manually activated via the manual control station. When the MC1 has been used, it must be reset by raising the operating lever, closing the cover, and inserting a replacement brake rod. The test and drain valve is used to drain and conduct routine tests on the sprinkler system. By moving the lever to the test position, the functionality of the sprinkler system can be tested without breaking a sprinkler. During testing, the valve discharges the same amount of water that would be discharged by a sprinkler. By moving the lever to the drain position, the entire wet sprinkler system can be drained. The valve also contains a sight glass to monitor the flow of water. Although fire extinguishers vary in size, colour and the type of extinguishing agent, the vast majority of devices operate in the same way. If the fire is small, heavy smoke is not present, and you have an exit available to you for evacuation, take up the nearest appropriate extinguisher. Standing 6 to 8 feet from the fire, with your back to the exit, operate the following pass procedure. Pull the pin located in the extinguisher's handle. Aim the nozzle, horn or hose at the base of the fire. Squeeze or press the handle. Sweep from side to side at the base of the fire until it is out. For detailed information on the operating procedure of the wet pipe pre-action fire suppression system, refer to the relevant manual. It is recommended that automatic sprinkler systems be inspected, tested and maintained by a qualified inspection service in accordance with local requirements and/or national code. The following charts outline the recommended schedule of maintenance checks to be performed on the various components of the system.